All right, Sophia. So we've already had a really robust discussion about creativity and communication as two absolutely vital skills to not just survive, but truly thrive in this AI driven era. I mean, we covered so much ground there. But we're not done yet, are we? We've got more up our sleeve, and I'm really excited to dive into the next ones, which I think are just as crucial, if not more so, in some contexts.
Oh, definitely Uday. Those first two really set the stage, didn't they? And I've been thinking about what comes next. And honestly, the third skill on my list, and I think it's probably yours too, has to be critical thinking and really robust problem solving. Because with all this AI generated information flying around, it's more important than ever to actually process it, you know?
You hit the nail on the head, Sophia. Critical thinking and problem solving, absolutely number three for me. And here's why: AI is phenomenal at processing vast amounts of data, identifying patterns, and even generating solutions based on existing data sets. But what AI often lacks or struggles with is the nuanced understanding of context, the ability to question its own assumptions, and to really dig beneath the surface of a problem. It's about asking, is this answer truly the best solution for this specific, unique situation? Or are there biases in the data that led to this output?
Exactly. It's not just about getting an answer anymore, it's about asking the right questions. AI can give you 1,000 potential answers to a query, but a human with critical thinking skills can sift through those, evaluate their validity, consider their implications, and then apply a filter of human judgment and ethics. I mean, think about misinformation. AI can generate incredibly convincing, yet utterly false, content. Our ability to discern truth from fabrication, to scrutinize sources, to identify logical fallacies, that's our human superpower now.
Absolutely. It's about not just consuming information, but interrogating it. And then, when it comes to problem solving, AI can optimize existing processes, sure, it can find efficiencies. But when you're faced with a novel problem, something truly unprecedented that hasn't been seen in any training data, that's where human ingenuity kicks in. We have to define the problem in the first place, articulate its boundaries, and brainstorm truly innovative, out of the box solutions that AI might not even conceive of because it's limited by its training data. We're the ones who say, what if we tried something completely different?
That's such a great point, Uday. I think of it like this. AI is a brilliant calculator, a super fast research assistant, but it's not the scientist designing the experiment or the philosopher pondering the meaning of it all. We still need to frame the initial hypothesis, decide what success looks like, and interpret the results through a human lens. For instance, in business, AI might tell you to cut costs in a certain area to maximize profit. But a critical thinker would ask, what's the long-term impact on employee morale? What about customer loyalty? Does this align with our company's values? Those are questions AI won't instinctively prioritize.
Precisely, it's about systems thinking, right? Understanding how different components interact, how a solution in one area might create unforeseen problems in another. AI can help model these interactions, but the initial conceptualization, the ethical vetting, the strategic foresight, that's all on us. We're the architects, AI is the construction crew. And building on that, Sophia, a closely related skill, and my number four, has to be adaptability and lifelong learning. Because if there's one constant in the AI era, it's change.
Oh, absolutely. Adaptability and lifelong learning, 100%. The pace of technological advancement right now is just staggering. What's cutting edge today could be obsolete next year. I mean, it's not just about learning new skills anymore, it's about having the mental agility and willingness to unlearn old ways of doing things. To let go of the methods we've grown comfortable with, even if they worked perfectly fine before. Because a new, more efficient, or more effective way has emerged thanks to AI. That's a huge hurdle for a lot of people.
It really is. And it's not just about tool proficiency, it's about a mindset, a growth mindset on steroids almost. Being genuinely curious, always asking what's next and how can I integrate this new capability. I often tell people, think of your career not as a ladder but as a jungle gym. You might have to swing sideways, climb down, or even jump to a different bar to keep moving forward. The linear career path is becoming a relic of the past, especially in fields touched by AI.
That's a fantastic analogy, Uday, and it means being comfortable with discomfort, right? being okay with not knowing everything, and being excited about the prospect of learning something completely new. I've seen so many people get paralyzed by the sheer volume of new AI tools out there. They think they need to master every single one. But it's not about that. It's about understanding the principles behind AI, how it generally works, so you can pick up any new specific tool or platform much faster. It's about being a perpetual student of the future, always iterating on your own knowledge base.
Exactly, it's meta learning, learning how to learn faster and more effectively. Because the specific knowledge we acquire today might have a short shelf life, but the ability to acquire new knowledge, to adapt to new paradigms, that's what truly future proofs you. Employers aren't just looking for people who know X, Y, and Z anymore. They're looking for people who can figure out A, B, and C when the time comes, even if they've never seen it before. That resilience, that intellectual curiosity is priceless. And this leads us to our fifth and final skill, Sophia, which, in my opinion, ties everything together and might be the most human of them all: emotional intelligence and collaboration.
Oh, 1000%. Emotional intelligence and collaboration. I was hoping you'd end with that one, Uday, because honestly, as AI takes on more and more of the analytical, repetitive, and even some of the creative tasks, what becomes premium is our uniquely human capacity for connection, empathy, and working together effectively. AI can generate text, but it can't build trust with a client. It can analyze data, but it can't motivate a struggling team member. It can't resolve a nuanced conflict between colleagues based on deeply felt emotions.
You're absolutely right. Think about leadership, for example. AI can give you all the data points on team performance, individual metrics, project statuses, but a leader still needs to synthesize that information with an understanding of human psychology, individual team member strengths and weaknesses, their personal aspirations, and then provide guidance, inspiration, and empathy. The ability to inspire, to build a cohesive culture, to navigate office politics. These are all hallmarks of high emotional intelligence, and it's something AI, for all its sophistication, simply cannot replicate.
And it extends beyond just human to human interaction. It's also about how we collaborate with AI itself. You need emotional intelligence to understand its limitations, to know when its output might be biased or incomplete, and to use it as a tool rather than a replacement. It's about effective prompting, yes, but also about understanding the human context in which that AI output will be used. Will this AI-generated response truly resonate with our customers? Does it align with our brand voice and values? That requires a nuanced understanding that goes beyond pure logic.
That's such a critical point, Sophia, is truly a partnership. We're moving into an era where effective collaboration won't just mean working well with other humans, it will also mean working effectively with intelligent systems. And that requires a degree of empathy and understanding for the system itself, in terms of what it's good at and where it falls short. It's knowing when to trust its suggestions and when to override them based on a deeper, more human intuition. The AI whisperer role is becoming a real thing, someone who can bridge the gap between human needs and AI capabilities.
Totally. And it's also about building bridges between different human teams that might be utilizing different AI tools or having different understandings of AI. Being able to facilitate communication, resolve misunderstandings, and foster a truly collaborative environment where everyone feels empowered by technology, not threatened by it, that's a huge aspect of emotional intelligence in the workplace now. Because a strong team, one that communicates openly and trusts each other, can leverage AI to achieve far more than a fractured group of individuals.
Absolutely. So, Sophia, to quickly recap for our listeners, our top five skills to not just survive but truly thrive in the AI era are creativity, communication, critical thinking and problem solving, adaptability and lifelong learning, and finally, emotional intelligence and collaboration. It's a comprehensive set, and frankly, I think these skills are not just about professional success, but about becoming a more well rounded, capable individual in general.
Couldn't agree more, Uday. It's about embracing our humanity even more, paradoxically, as technology advances. It's not about competing with AI, it's about complementing it, leveraging its strengths, and doubling down on what makes us uniquely human. And I think if our listeners can focus on developing these five areas, they'll be in an incredibly strong position for whatever the future holds. It's an exciting time, despite the uncertainties.
It truly is an exciting time. And I think the key takeaway is that the future of work isn't about AI replacing humans. It's about humans who use AI replacing humans who don't. So get out there, embrace these skills, and keep learning. Thank you so much for this amazing discussion, Sophia. It's always a pleasure.
My pleasure, Uday. This has been such an insightful chat, and I'm really looking